yeah. For you now, definitely.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we are. He's off already.
You probably
He's off already.
seen you on the stream. There's nobody watching yet, but you should be able to see him above my head. There should be a little eye.
A what? A what? Little eye?
Yeah, little eyeball. At the moment, it says 0.
Can't see it.
Well, there's one now watching. You know who that is? 2 watching now. Good God.
Well, there we are.
We're back in new bit of software. Streaming software. Me and John are just getting used to it because it's a bit hard to sort out, John, isn't it?
It is, but we will get used to it. Who's watching then?
I don't know. Look, there we are. Koala Cosmetics.
Oh.
Do you know who that is?
No, who's that?
Yes, you know, man. We look like twins. From North Wales. Hillbilly as well, he's in.
Oh, aye.
Good evening, Hillbilly.
Yeah.
Yes. Keisha.
I wanted to look like him, see, so I thought, why not? Didn't glasses and everything.
Keisha. Olivia Meredith.
Oh, that's my granddaughter, that is.
Oh, there we are. See, all coming in now. Yes, I've been watching your artwork, Keisha. It's looking good. Fair play. As you can see, where is it? Oh, God. I'm bloody pocket. I got my fancy one that I did. And they're really easy to do.
Oh, that's really good, that is. Mine, fair play to the but you see, Gar, right? They're easy to do, but they might be easy to do because you were used to doing them. The thing is, things that other people do might be easy to them, and you can't do it. That's really impressive. It is.
I'm not good at makeup. Can't do makeup. So Keisha's better at makeup than I am. Oh, she's been drawing with a pen. Yeah, it looks okay. Fair play.
Yeah. So what have you been up to then, Gar, this week?
Busy down with when I'm working down there, cutting grass, trimming. One of the dogs had to be put to sleep.
Oh, never.
Yeah, it was ill, so we'd have to go. But all the girls were crying.
Oh, I bet. It's horrible, man. I know a poor dog next door to me had to be put to sleep about, was it like 10, 14 days ago? And it's not very nice.
Yeah, they missed some.
Oh, they was all crying. And I used to go in there to look after the little dog. You feed her and things like that. But I went in there then recently just to put some food out for the cat. And it was awful strange. Because believe it or not, you open the door and you've ever seen a dog proper smile at you. This dog did, I promise you. You could see the dog's teeth, and it was a smile, not a growl, nothing. And the tail would come up, and she would genuinely smile as you walk through the door.
Yeah, some dogs like that.
Yeah.
But, other dogs, then they growl.
Yeah, and other dogs, they attack you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tell you what I've been reading. I don't know if you read this book. Glimpses of Margam Life, it's called.
All right, aye.
It's all about the history of Margam life, 15th century upwards. And it's very interesting. But it's all about the Talbot family, that named for Talbot, obviously.
Yeah.
And how ruthless they were to the people who used to work for them. If they found them pinching anything, even reeds, right? They wanted reeds for their house because they had thatched cottages. If they found pinching reeds, jail. Terrible.
Yeah, but it was a different era then, mind. You know, I don't want to get into a debate on, like the Prince of Wales and King Charles and things like this, right? But people are on about what the royal family did hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It was a different time. It really was, But the different time, Obviously they wouldn't get away with that today, would they?
No.
What the Talbots from Margam. I heard people are actually wanting to have like some kind of statue of Charlotte Talbot, who done a lot of good for the people of Talbot. And do you know what I thought? If they were going to do it, would be a beautiful spot for it. The roundabout just outside the house, but there, as you coming into Port Talbot.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be lovely, but there, if they did decide to do it.
I think you'd have people going over to have a look at it.
Well, yeah, you suppose, right? Yeah, but the thing is, then the people that would go actually across to look at it, they wouldn't belong in the Common Sense Party.
Oh well, yeah, exactly. They wouldn't.
Yeah, right. So I wouldn't mind people like that. So they like the Darwin theory. If they crossed a very busy road to get to that, yes, off you go.
Yeah. Bye bye. Good evening, Sonny and Patsy. Can you see him on your screen?
Yes, I could see him. There's Patsy and Sonny. Look, we wrote the book, Sonny. Not are we in it?
Yeah, definitely in some sort of book.
Yeah, maybe not that book, but we're in the book.
Wanted.
Yeah. Hey, shall I tell him about the stories you got tonight, guy?
Yeah, tell him about that scary one.
Let me tell you now, right? People send me stories, right? And it dried up actually when we were doing it just after lockdown. But I have got loads now because people have been sending them to me. I've got a kind of nice-ish one. It's called Grandpa and Gran, or Gran and Grandpa, whatever way you want to do it. So that's it. But the story after, and I proofread it about half an hour ago, maybe. Oh, there's only one word, right? I name the stories. They send them the stories. The only thing I do is put a title on them. The only word I could think of to name this the second ghost story was scary. I was reading it. I'm not generally scared, but that's really scary. It was, honestly. You wait for the second ghost story.
Yeah, but is it as scary as The Thing?
No, I would say so. You see, because it's. I would say it's on par, right?
Yeah.
But we never found the ending of the thing, really, did we? Remember they said it was still going on and they get in touch, but they never have.
But apparently, the people from that house put it up for sale.
Oh, is it?
So I think they may have gone. Carrie Ann, good evening. Good, nice to see you again.
Hiya, Carrie. How are you?
I hope she's enjoyed her burgers this time.
Oh, I seen her in Aldi's.
True.
Yeah. Talked about the burgers for a little bit, but she said she was gutted. Yeah, she was. I would have been on all mind. They not cheap, Bossiga, them burgers.
15 quid, is it?
But no, that's with chips. Now, come on, you got to have chips for that for 15 quid. They like £9 for just a burger.
Good God.
They were on YouTube or the telly or something the other day. Did you see them? People come from America to eat their challenge.
No.
There was this one bloke, and then there was like a model as well. She was doing it, and she was like a laugh who thought she'd never ever do it. I think there was, I wouldn't swear to it, was this 6 of these burgers, like drumsticks, and these loaded fries, they call them. Well, the tray was absolutely teeming. Well, the model done it before everybody else.
Never.
Honest to God, it was incredible to watch.
She must be, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know how they do you know, you can't surmise, right? I don't think, but she can't have kept that down, or she wouldn't be the shape she is, man. You know, you can't be. But well, perhaps you can be. I'm not an expert, but
there's another guy, Beard Meets Food or something it's called. It's a guy with a beard. He's skinny. You want to see the food he puts away. Oh my good God. It is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Yet I think he had McDonald's Big Macs. He had 24 of them, and he ate them all in like a quarter of an hour.
good God.
How the hell he does it, I don't know. But have a look at him now tonight after Beard Meets Food. Good God.
Hang about, no, I gotta watch it now after.
Now after in a minute.
Right. Okay. As long as I got that straight.
Yeah, God. I know. And he got bits of crumbs in his beard after.
Oh, see, yeah. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So,
what have you been up to? What have you been up to this week? Have you been gallivanting?
After a long time now, I got darts all starting back up again now. So that's everybody's wanting to do that again because they were after the COVID. See, they just, I don't think they were interested too much. Maybe a bit scared or whatnot. But they're coming back now, so that's looking quite good. But again, I don't know. You know, you won't believe the the price of an electric in a business now. You know, it's incredible. I don't know if what they've sorted out in this budget for businesses for the electric and gas and that. But they would have had to have done something.
How is the rugby club going to afford it, isn't it?
It's a big building. At the end of the day, you've got some clubs now like a Green Stars. It's all on one level, if you know what I mean, with one room to sort out. But the rugby club, it's like, what is it, a 100-year-old building, man? I think at least. Yeah. I think
big, isn't it?
Oh, it's massive, absolutely massive.
What they'll have to do, they have to play darts in each other's houses.
Oh, they done that and put it on live like this kind of thing. You can't really see the dartboard, right? And it's been proved that people were cheating.
Oh.
And it is no good then. You can't be doing things like that, you know?
You've
got to do a lot of that on trust, see?
Yeah, what about if all the people playing went to one house at a time? Filled up your living room.
Patsy wouldn't like that, man.
But she could charge them.
Aye, look what Patsy just wrote. I'm overjoyed. Say what?
Hey,
it's not. It's not even October.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not even October yet, right? And I came in today and I go, "Yes, it's been different in here." Oh, and she said, "Oh, you got eaten on." It's because Livy, our granddaughter. See, Livy's here tonight. See, so I thought I'd put it on. Hi, Livy's, yeah. Aye.
Jumper, you got our Patsy, look.
Yeah, you are. And we got loads. We got coats, everything out there.
Yeah. Socks, lots of socks.
I'm spoiling it, Gary. I'm spoiling it between me and you.
Yeah. What you want to do is let her light the candle.
I've got, right? I've got loads of spare socks, as you can well imagine. Right? Yeah. Why buy a pair, right? I only need one.
Exactly.
So she can knock herself out with all my socks. There's loads of them.
There we are. Solved.
I've sorted that little bit.
And you can put them on your hands.
You can. You can put them around your ears.
Yeah.
Everything.
And they can still clean, see, and Hoover, can they?
Yes, certainly.
No problem, man. Yes. We had a pair of old buggers now, apparently.
The old.
Look, Sonny's spoiling that. See, Sonny knows.
Yeah. Sonny knows. Sonny knows. See, Patsy's knows where her bread is, but they can tell you now.
Exactly, God.
Yeah. I tell you now, right? I'm the boss in my house. Tell you now. I decide when to do the washing up or the ironing. I decide that.
Yeah. Have you got? Do you wear the trousers or does she wear them?
Well, I haven't got any. I haven't got nothing on at all underneath his shirt. So
Oh. Good God. Oof. Danielle Morgan's in now, look.
yeah, Danielle, my daughter. How are you, Dan?
So what we'll have to do next week, start the Scotch cards up again, is it?
Good idea. I'll get the first ones right. I'll get them this week, and we'll do them, and we'll do a little quiz again. First answer up, and then hopefully we'll get some winners. Wouldn't that be nice now? Just before Christmas, have a nice winner.
Yeah. Win enough money to put the electric on or the gas on or whatever.
You know what? See, yeah, or put the oven on just for the turkey. See,
exactly.
Yeah,
I was thinking
like
the other day.
You could slow cook your turkey now, apparently. So I'm going to start mine in November.
Yeah, I was looking at your. Remember you done that lamb, or was it pork or something?
Yeah.
You done slow cook one, didn't you?
Oh, in lamb, it's beautiful, mate. And I cook all my beef now. I cook all my beef in the slow cooker, right? And it's absolutely beautiful.
How long does it take then?
Oh, look, at the end of the day, it takes 9-10 hours when you put it on slow. So I put it on overnight, see. But with lamb now, right? I'll put mint sauce in with it. I don't put anything in with the oh, I do put a bit of Bovril stock cube in with the beef, and with the lamb I put in a bit of mint sauce with it for it to cook, and it cooks right through. But the pork, right? Once it's done, take all the juice out, and then smother it then with a barbecue sauce, right? And you have the pulled pork end, don't you? Oh, it's Gary. It's
So
beautiful.
Have you got to put salt in there as well then?
I don't put salt in, no. But you could if you want to do it.
Yeah. Oh, you could always add it later, can you?
Oh, yeah, you can if you want to.
But, yeah, you make me hungry now, John. So,
I know what. See, remember the shows before? It was always about food, wasn't it?
And I was watching the Onion Barges you done as well.
They were nice. And I tell you what, they really were nice. And you cook them like that, like you say, like that, right? And finish them off, right? In the air fryer. Oh, God, beautiful.
With the
them air fryers are brilliant, see?
Yeah, I got one down there. You use gram flour as well, don't you?
Yeah.
I only watched it last night.
Oh, right, Dang.
I'm thinking, oh, I'll go and watch that now. See if I can make them. But I didn't bother afterwards. I ordered a takeaway. Can be asked.
we had a takeaway, but the thing is, right? Onion barges, naan bread, samosas, like that, they're quite easy to do. But they are the things, when you buy them, they are the things that shoots a bill up, see?
Yeah.
We had two, what do we have now? Chicken biryanis with parts of the masala sauce, the madras sauce, right? And keema naan. And like, it was like 17 quid, see? But then we had onion barges here, right? And then we sorted that out. You could do we didn't have chips, but you could do chips here, whatever. So it doesn't have to be really expensive, like, you know.
Yeah.
But you buy all them sundries together, you're talking 30 quid, see?
Oh God, yeah, no. And they won't be half as good.
Yeah.
Sometimes too much salt.
No. Well, my granddaughter then asking me a question when I'm in the middle of a show.
Oh, don't worry, it's okay, innit?
Yeah, of course it is.
We don't mind. Yeah, so I went to see Mark Rigdon. I haven't seen him for years, and he does astronomy. And out his back garden, he got a shed, and in the shed there's this massive 12-inch telescope.
All right.
And he said one night, next week or the week after, me and you can go up there. We can look at Saturn and Mars. You can see them quite plain.
Good God.
So I said we'll go up that.
Could you see the rings like?
Yeah. And you can see the moons go around Jupiter.
Good God.
And we look up there, all I can see is dust coming out of that.
Yeah. That's,
that place over there across the way. Yeah.
It's gone terrible, there is.
I know. I had I done some more books the other day. I don't know if they're downstairs. Yeah, I think they are. But I published more books, and one of them is 50 Shades of Dust. All in there.
Remember there. Oh, I tell you what, right? They trying to spruce up the rugby club now. You see the filth that's on them walls.
Oh, I bet.
Outside now, I mean. Oh.
What are they going to do with it? Paint it or something?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Just smarten it up a bit, like, you know.
Yeah.
They do with the windows and smarten it up a bit. They've done a bit of the writing and that now, right? But it's absolutely filthy.
I'm going to nip downstairs and get that book, 50 Shades of Dust. So
yeah, go on now. We'll be all right for you. Yeah, so I'm just going to talk about him now for a little bit. He called up this morning. He reckons that there was no answer. I don't believe it. He turned up here. He said all he was barking. My car was there and the back door was open. I was here. I didn't want to speak to him. Don't tell him. But no, I'm. Yeah, apparently he said that, but he's living his job. I tell you now, he's living his job with the dogs. He phones me quite a bit, and he's talking about it, and I'm pleased with that because the last few jobs he's had, he been through the mill with them a bit. But yeah, he's doing all right now. You can see, I think you can see he's happier, can't you? I can see it. So let's hope so now, anyway. But oh, my beer, there he is, man.
Yeah, so
just telling him about my beer I was got.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've done this book now, 50 Shades of Dust. The dust making plant up at Talbot. And look at the name on the top.
Ericsson.
Yeah. Erection.
Oh!
Yeah. There's a photograph.
Oh, fair play. Yes, man.
All it is line journal inside, you know. But I thought I'll have a bit of fun, make up a name in it.
Yeah.
And then I done one for my daughter. She said, "Oh, can you do one for the school? You know, but don't put my name on it. We'll have to make up a name."
Yeah.
So this one has got Rumpelstiltskin, a school journal, and then it says a book to document your daily misery.
Oh.
So yeah, so that's a drone shot. So what we'll do is I got quite a few of these books. We can have a question after the ghost stories.
Yeah.
Whoever answers the question correctly, I'll send them one of these books. So
yeah, that's excellent. You they got there's a few names now that you can put on. That I know there's one Hugh. You can put Hugh on. You can spell it either way, Hugh or HUW. Innit?
Yeah.
Jardon.
Yeah.
Yeah, can do that.
Yeah. But,
that would be great.
I got all different names, and they're all on. If you go on Amazon and type in Eric Shun, you'll see that book.
Oh, right.
So they for sale on Amazon.
See what Patsy wrote up there now that yeah, I've been treated to I'm seeing the Temptations.
Were they chocolates?
I think I'm not too sure. I thought yeah, I thought it was a TV series I did, but apparently I'm going to Cardiff to see them.
Oh, nice. Are they still alive then, or what?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. I'm not going to a graveyard to watch them.
They must be in Zimmer frames by now, man.
Oh, I tell you what, I've seen a few older acts I got. Some of them are really good, like, you know.
Yeah. Who do I see? Did I see James Last in his orchestra?
Did he come first?
No, 13th, I think. He came lucky for some.
Yeah,
But, he was good, you know, a bit old, but
yeah.
fine.
Well, yeah. There's a. But have you seen how much these tickets are to see these people now singing?
God, I really got to pay for their upkeep, see, haven't they?
Wait, upkeep. See how much here. Jesus. Elton John and that now is absolutely crackers to pay for him. It's you know you're talking hundreds of pounds now, mind.
Good
Not a
God.
couple of quid.
Oh,
Remember when I went to watch David Bowie? £25 that was, right, a ticket, and that was extortionate.
yeah, but he was good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was brilliant, fair play.
So this big festival that's going to be down Margam now next year, In It Together.
Yeah.
Who's who's the leading actor or leading singer there?
No, I don't know. I don't know if they announced it yet, right? But what they had last time they had these actor Noel Gallagher, I think was the top one, you know.
Yeah.
But on the Thursday they had a group down, and that was just like invite only, and like Sister Sledge was on it, and a good few. But there is something for everybody in these festival things, and I tell you the truth, I hope it does, you know, like snowball and become really big, because the local residents thinking of this. But we could hear it, but it didn't bother us.
Wasn't too bad, was it?
No. But
and
they come round. They
around.
came round with tickets, right? And me and Patsy said, "Oh, we don't want them." What we should have said is, "Oh yes, we got 15 living in this house. Let's have them," and we could have given them away to people, couldn't we?
Yeah. That Carrie Ann's got her tickets already.
Yeah, there we are. But we haven't had. I was going to Reading, Nebworth, Milton Keynes Bowl. I never went to Glastonbury, but I went to all these concerts, right? You got to travel so far, and now we got one on our doorstep, which has got to be a good thing, you know?
Mm.
But it's fantastic. Imagine going to a festival, you can come over tea if you want to.
You know? Good God.
But I know you apparently you got to stay there or something, I don't know.
John doesn't know, but you're going next year, John.
Am I? Oh, there we are.
Only if you're a good boy.
Right.
Get that Hoover going. Put the heating on.
I must try to make sure that I break the boiler or something.
Yeah. Turn the gas off, see? It won't work, love. It won't work.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Don't tell her, though. Right?
No.
Make sure you don't tell her.
Turn it off outside.
Yes, certainly. I know where it is. But she can't know anything, right? She just can't know.
That's what I done with my daughter. She wanted ice cream when she was young, innit? And the ice cream van used to come around playing that music. And I used to tell her, oh, they only play the music when they've just run out of ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had that. And what my mother used to do, she must have had years, real good years, right? When she heard him in the distance, she'd make us her ice cream. You know, we didn't want that ice cream, and see, when the ice cream man was about. But do you want ice cream? Oh, yeah, please. And as you just starting it, the ice cream man would come round. Oh, I would have got you one, look, but, you know, you got that now.
Yeah.
You know?
Make two. Yeah,
I suppose they had to have good urine then.
Yeah, so my daughter, she had to go, didn't have, haven't got to have everything, have they? You know?
No.
God. So, yes. She's been really bad, awful cough this week, though. Coughing, I get up. Yeah.
Can't shake it off, like.
First of all, she had a sore throat. Then she had a bit of a sniffles. Then cough. And then her mother caught it. But I haven't caught it. So thank God for that.
Yeah. See, the good Lord is looking down on you.
Don't worry about my health. Give me some money. Give me some money.
I'll be all right, don't
Thousands. Hey, somebody won 171 million in the UK.
You imagine that, didn't you? 171 million pound.
Probably one of them guys on the boat come across. first thing he done, bought a scratch card or a lottery ticket and won straight away. Isn't it?
You just can't. You can't imagine having that much money. You just can't.
171. The one would be okay. The loan, the 170.
Yeah. 171 million pound. Well.
I don't think it's 10 million at all, but although
No, I think.
Do you hear the fireworks earlier?
No.
Somebody was letting fireworks off.
They might be them. See.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they've got the heating
They
on.
might be it.
God, did I imagine that 171 million? Can't imagine it.
No, it's incomprehensible, whatever it is.
What would you do? What would you buy first, John?
I just, I don't know even. I'd get a nice car or something like that, of course, but I wouldn't,
Would
I
you put
don't
the
know.
heating on?
Huh?
Would you
Oh,
put the
no, it costs too much money.
Exactly.
I won't put
you've got
heating
to
on.
put it
I wait for the interest to come on it, then I'll put heating on.
Patsy said she can spend it in a week.
Patsy, 1.71 million you might do. This was 171 million.
Yeah. She'd probably spend that in a week as well, mind.
Yeah,
women,
no, but I tell you what, do you know who'd have out in, if she 171 million pound, right? That bloke from Hermes will be having a heart attack within 3 weeks.
Oh God,
Yeah, he'd be back in 4 years like nobody's business.
But you know what they got to do, don't you? They got to go into the shoe shop first, have a look at them shoes. Then they got to go to that one, have a look at them shoes. They do it 100 times, and they go back to the first shoe shop and buy that pair.
Yeah.
But if you've got all that money, you can buy all the shoes.
See, and I know, but perhaps he is going shopping with me. See, I walk into a shop. That's it. I'll do it. Thank you very much. Pick it up and go right home now.
That's the same as I am. As long as they fit, whatever it is, shirt, whatever, I'll have it. I don't fuss around with anything. Can't be asked.
Yeah.
Oh, can I have a try this, try that? No, I want that, and go in. That's it. Done.
And that's how it should be. See.
Yeah, fussing around. And have you noticed the women's shoe shops? There's never any seats for the men to sit down.
No, quite right and all.
So you've got to bloody stand up and go through all that agony with them. No wonder there's so many divorces. It must be all through shopping. That's what I think.
Yeah, it could well be.
Hey, I haven't seen Shalom around.
Who?
Shalom. I think she's on stronger tablets. She must be sleeping or something.
No, I haven't seen a lot of her. No, not myself. But you must have gone to a few shoe shops with a few of your girlfriends, mind? You had enough.
Yeah, but B&M's, isn't they sell shoes. Have you ever been to B&M's? Wales lost the football.
What are they playing tonight? Are they playing today? If I'd known that, I would have been watching that, not the show, guy. But still.
Oh, connect.
No. Show always comes first. The show must go on.
Well, you can record the football, innit? She's won the lottery, Shalom has.
Yeah, 171 million quid. She's off.
Yeah, she's gone. Out to one of them cruise ships she used to work on.
You brilliant. Love to.
Cardiff, Poland.
Poland, aye.
Poland.
Oh, yeah. So, have we got anything planned coming up lately for anything coming up where they were live for a minute, guy?
Trying to mix in conversation. I've just been learning that drone, flying them drones around.
Oh, so, you took some photos of it just the other day or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I put a video up on this channel of our Brabant seafront, going up and down it.
Yeah.
I done the exam and passed that, and I got £5 million worth of insurance just in case. Which
right, yeah. Oh, you got to have something like that, haven't you?
In case it goes in somebody's eye or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. How big
So,
is it? Tiny drone, is it? Like a,
bloody tiny, I show them. Oh.
it's not going to go in somebody's eye, is it?
No, but it might, the.
Oh, the blade, man. Yeah, I see what you mean. I thought it was a micro one then.
It is, look. There we are. So big
Oh,
it is.
right. Oh, I got you.
Tiny. And
Yeah.
they all fold.
It all folds down and that, do I?
But that does 4K, see? 4K video.
I tell you what, right? They will be the future. They will soon. I bet you Amazon will be using them and that now. With honest to God, the air will be. I'd say within 10 years, right? The air will be full of them.
The only problem is you've got power lines everywhere. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trying to bloody fly it down. So, so apart from that, I've been writing more books. I done a real boring one yesterday on train spotting. That was really boring. It's boring
I
to
bet
do.
it was, you know.
So that's on Amazon.
And people still do that, don't they? People still go and spot the trains, like.
Yeah. On the way to work, I pass 3 people in the morning, and they're there every morning. The back of the cars are open. They're sitting down in the boot, drinking tea and coffee, waiting for trains to come past.
You are.
And I think, oh God,
What do they do? Like just wave at the drivers a bit, and they? Yeah.
They write the number down of the train.
Have you seen how fast them trains go? How can they see a number?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have to try
no.
to run by the side of it.
God. But yeah, they're there all the time doing it. You can't beat CNA 375123 pass by. What the hell is that?
That's a
She's
train.
one of them.
See now what's a train at? They didn't even know what to do.
She's one of them. She's one of them spotters.
Oh, never.
Yeah, don't say how boring it is.
No, it's not. It's not boring. It's a very, very good. Yeah, it's superb. I wish I'd done it years ago.
Keeps them out of trouble, see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know my mate is a train spotter on the Isle of Wight.
is it?
Yeah.
Have they got trains over there then?
Doubt it.
No, it's too small, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh God. Never too late, John. Look, you can
No,
start.
you're quite right. Yeah, never too late to start. Sonny, if I'm not there, right, start without me.
Frankie keeps putting his hands in the air and slapping the floor.
Thing is, Gary, he's 28.
Is he?
No, he's my grandson. He's 2, and that's the thing we got, right? When I go like this, right, I go, he just puts his hand up and then he hits the floor with it. So that's something I've tried to do.
Oh, nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Like. So, are you cooking anything nice this weekend now?
I will be doing. I tell you what. We just say we're going to have this week. I'm going to have the first stew. People call it cow, but first beef stew of the season. And I think I'm going to do dumplings in that now this week. But Patsy don't like it too much, so like half the beef. Then I'm going to do like a peppered steak casserole with peppers, onions, and a few spices and that. See?
Sounds nice. Did I get
So she'll have that then, and I love the stew. See?
Oh, I love stew. I love cow.
I do as well with and I put some dumplings in it. Dumplings, lovely. See?
Oh,
If you do them right, see what you do. Honest to God, now you make them before they go in. You make them what size? Let me think. Then what size? Honest to God, like remember the Ali Bonka marbles?
Aye.
About that size, right? Much smaller than a ping pong ball, but about that size. If you make them like, if you was to make them like a golf ball size, they grow massive, see, guy. So if you make them Ali Bonka size, pop them in, they just right there and they cook right through in.
Good God. What food again? Yeah, we got to talk about food, Patsy. Takes our mind off putting the heating on, right?
It does, actually. I'm roasting here. Look at this. I'm sweating here. Honest to God.
It's lovely and warm.
I'm absolutely boiling. Aye, because heating's on this way.
Well, you got the heating on, have you?
You got heating on, I told you what.
It's terrible.
Sweating here.
Flipping heck. Far too much. I don't know how we can do it. Anyway,
know.
don't them dumplings. All there is flour and water, is it?
Bit of suet as well. See,
What the hell is suet?
it's like it's a type like a margarine fatty thing, like and you because flour and water would you need something in it. It's not a pastry, but that's the type of thing. It's like suet. I don't know how to explain it.
Like a greasy type thing, is it? Oil.
Yeah, kind of like that. But you need it to keep its shape. Like flour and water would just go to nothing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh. And what's it taste like then? Dumpling.
Not a lot, right? If you was to have, I used to cook that in like you boil them obviously in the stew. See, so if you used to boil them in water, they taste of nothing, right? Basically, because Yorkshire pudding don't taste of anything, does it? But
No.
it's nice when you put the gravy in that on. So when you cook it in the stew, it's got the stew flavour in it. Then see,
Ah, right.
right? So so it does taste lovely, eh?
Good God. Patsy turned the heating off half hour ago, she said.
Ah, see now good girl she is.
There we are,
I've always said it, perfect she is.
Brilliant. Listens to what you say, see.
All the time.
And you got her permission to say that.
Well, indeed, I see when we have a discussion about everything, we'll sit down. I'll put my case forward. She puts her case forward, and then what happens? Then we'll do whatever she wants. Then,
Yeah, well,
which is the right thing to do.
Danielle, I haven't even put it on yet.
Yeah, good girl.
That's the way. Flip the neck. So I'm going to do barbecue spare ribs.
When?
This week.
This week, lovely.
I've
made
made
a videotape that now, see?
Yeah, I've made a smoker from an old filing cabinet.
Have you?
Yeah, and you put all the rosewood and something shavings in the bottom, and they smolder, and the smoke rises and goes through the meat. And it takes like 24 hours.
Oh,
the ribs are just falling apart.
So where do you do what? You put the smoker outside then?
Yeah, outside in the garden.
Yeah.
It just it smokes then. 24 hours it takes. I haven't tried it yet, mind. So it might taste.
Yeah.
But what I'll do, see, John, I'll smoke them for 24 hours, and then I'll bring them around, and you can try them. You can be the first tester.
Do you know what? I was thinking about. I might be out that day again, but I'm not sure. But I tell you what. Know what I'd be prepared to do? You bring them up, and we both eat them at the same time.
Yeah. Hey, do you see that stinky fish challenge?
Yes. Now, you've put ideas into these people's. I am not doing that stinky fish challenge.
I think you should take it to the rugby club when they've all had a couple of pints and say, look, you've got to try this now, boys. Now, that would be funny.
Right, but I've always said you shouldn't, right? Ask people to do something you wouldn't do yourself.
Well, I might come with you, but I put something up my nose so I can't smell it.
Apparently, it is absolutely disgusting.
Oh, it is, yeah. I know somebody who's tried it and they threw up straight away.
Yeah, the smell, you open the tin and people are spewing.
Yeah. Well, them three boys in that video that I put up last week, I was crying watching them. But halfway through, I felt like being sick.
I haven't seen it, see, because I was bad last time, wasn't I?
Yeah, well, it's on last week's video.
Ah, right, I haven't looked at that yet. I'll have a look at it after now.
Oh. But one guy is laughing his head off because he's not really affected by the smell. But the other guys, there's four of them, I think. The other guys are all really bad. And I was crying laughing watching it. It's really funny because they all got really weak stomachs.
I do like watching other people doing it, right? But I'm not too fond of it myself, and see. So, yeah. But you've put this idea now into other people's heads, you know what, don't you?
Remember you said you'd eat a slug?
Did I?
Yeah.
When did I say that?
Oh, God. before COVID or during COVID, somewhere around that time.
Oh, see now, the thing is, I'm a bit of a fibber, I must be.
I'll have to
Did I
have a
say
look.
a slug?
Yeah, I'll have to find the video, what video it is, because it's online. And he said, "Oh yes, I'll eat anything." I said, "I bet he wouldn't eat a slug." I would, he said. You said.
Oh, no then. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But if I said it, Siga,
Yeah.
you know, if I said it,
I think what we'll have to do
if
is
you,
get that.
tell you what, if you find me saying I'll eat a slug, I'll eat one.
No, I won't put you through it. It is online somewhere. But we'll get one of them stinky fish tins, right? And we'll have to go to the rugby club and we'll say to all the boys, whoever can eat some of this, we'll give you 25 quid or something like that. And you watch, none of them be able to eat it. And they all be throwing their guts up. Because the smell is really bad, apparently.
Yeah.
That
Ooh.
makes a video.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we'll see if we can do that. I don't think they're cheap to buy, mind.
I've seen it in London in a wholesale of 17 quid.
Yeah,
It's cheap.
yeah. Like it's not cheap, is it?
No, but if you go on Amazon, I think it's 50 quid.
Good. But Patsy put a Reesewood right there. He's like my daughter's boyfriend. He will eat anything, but I don't know if he'd eat this because apparently it smells so bad. Oof.
Oh yeah, it's rotten. It is absolutely bloody rotten.
Yeah.
Rotten fish.
Rotten as a pear.
I can't think if I got the video. I can't show it now. But
you haven't got it now, so you can press a button, have you?
oh, but oh, it's really bad, really bad. Hold on a sec. I'll see if I can find it. If you chat 2 seconds, I'll have a look.
Chat 2 seconds again. Now I've seen some guys, right? There was two fellas, one from Pyle and one from the Quins Rugby, and they were renowned to eat everything. And they just started with this, with silly things, really, like blocks of lard and things like this, right? They eat a bit of lard, they do this to it. In the end, they were going out, people were going out and they were finding worms, and they'd eat the worm, slugs, it's like snails, and they'd be crunching it. Oh, and it was disgusting, totally disgusting. But you get people who will, see, people will do it. But this fish that he's on about, it's really bad. Now, what might be going in my favor is I really don't have a sense of smell, right? So I'm like that, I don't know, but I don't think I would want to even eat this. It's perfectly edible, apparently. It's called like, it is like some Scandinavian dish or something, like a delicacy, but but no, it's, I think it's too ripe for me. But here we are. Would anybody else try it? Or have we all got weak stomachs?
I did have a look for it. I must have deleted it or something.
Ah, right, you are.
I'll try and find it on the internet, and I'll get it ready for next week so everybody can have a look.
Yes, right, you are.
The guy from America who came on earlier, he was watching it and he was crying, laughing.
Oh.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do it. So, how many ghost stories have we got tonight, John?
We got two. You can do them anytime you want to. Now it's 10 to 10 now. I got two tonight. One called Grandpa and Gran. And the other one I got, yes. I know you can see, right? When I was going through sort of editing it, it'd probably be back to front. Oh no, there it is. I've named it Scary. And I put an E in Scary just in case I spelt it wrong. So I named it Scary, and I'm going to be reading the Scary 1 second. Now I think it's scary, so...
Do you want to start now?
Yeah, do you want to do it now? Go on then,
Yeah.
we'll start, we'll do it now, right? Right then, here we go. Like I said earlier that people are still sending me their stories. At the start of just after lockdown, just before lockdown, they dried up, see, but I expanded it then through the local area to. So these are from all over Britain. I've even had one or two from across the pond, but this one, I think they seem to be from Britain. These anyway. So this one's called Grandpa and Gran. So, since my grandpa passed away, we've had some weird things happen here and there. Let's go back to the day of my grandpa's funeral. Everything went fine during the ceremony. Then we had the dinner thing after, an old bar that he used to go to, the wake. They had a banquet type of a room, separate from the bar. I went and ate and left before my gran did. She told me at the table she was sitting at and she was ready to go home. Well, the people at the table were trying to convince her to stay in a little bit longer. Well, after she'd said no for the last time, all the lights went out in the entire place. Mind you, we did have my gramps' ashes at the wake, so that might have had something to do with it. My aunt was staying at my grand's house for a few days to be there for her and help her out. Well, I did not live at the house at that time. But anyway, my aunt was sleeping in the living room on the couch my grandpa used to sleep on. And the living room was where my grandpa spent most of his time. If he wasn't working in the garden or doing yard work and things. When she told me she was sleeping, she woke up and the TV being static, loud enough to wake her, and the front door being wide open. The thing is, nowadays, and we had a dish, so the TV doesn't do static like it used to. After that, my gran said when she would take a shower, the bathroom door would always open, even after closing it, and it would open multiple times at once. She said she felt as if it were my grandpa messing with her, as he was a bit of a jokester. She would call out for him, and they would stop. My mother and my mother's friend moved into my gran's. Her friend and my gran were talking about grandpa. She told her that my grandpa is still here and that she sees him. She said she woke up in the night and then she was getting something to drink or to use the bathroom. But anyway, she see my grandpa at the bottom of the stairs. They made eye contact and he just walked away to the conservatory. We fast forward a little now. Well, I moved back home with my now husband. My mother was booted out of the house because of her bad choices. But that's another story. We were talking about ghosts, and now I thought my grandpa was still around. We were well, in the kitchen, I was telling him how Aunt Dawn had her experience. I am not joking. As soon as I ended the story, the living room TV went static once again. I got spooked and I said, oh, bugger this, I'm going back upstairs. But fast forward again. When I made a new friend when my husband joined the army. This was about 2 years ago. Well, my new friend was over at my house. We were new friends and didn't know much about each other. One day we were talking about ghosts again, and I mentioned about how I thought my grandpa was still lingering around. She looked at me all creeped out. Well, apparently, when she was over at my house, she heard a man's voice yelling my name from the bedroom. She didn't think much of it. Being a new friend, she didn't know who at all lived at my house. She also didn't know if I was a cheating kind of person even. She just thought to herself, wow, she's ignoring that person. Not in a bad way, more of a I mind my own business kind of thing. Well, I asked her which room, and she pointed and said, my bedroom. Well, I broke the news to her that my grandpa passed away and that I have his old bedroom. I also mentioned that grandpa's urn is in the room as well. So it was for sure him. Otherwise, I honestly don't know. Another instant when I was trying to use the downstairs bathroom. As I was in the bathroom, it sounded as if somebody was opening and closing the cabinets. I go into the kitchen to investigate. There was one cabinet open. I go over and close it, thinking maybe I left it on or someone else did. Went back to the bathroom. A few minutes later, I hear again. So I go back out into the kitchen. This time I'm a little annoyed. I go to my room. Husband is sleeping. I go into Gran's room. Gran is sleeping. Went upstairs. Kids are sleeping. Everyone in the house is fast asleep. So I go back downstairs to the bathroom. Continue what I was doing. And this time, I heard the cabinets open right next to the bathroom. I get up to investigate, and not a single soul. So at this time, I'm a little creeped out and annoyed that I just decided to go back upstairs to go to sleep. The final one is when I went. I went to get me and Gran a Burger King. We have a giant conservatory with a big glass screen door. You can see through each room from the road. During this time, my husband was still out in the army. Well, I go to Burger King and I get what she wants, and I drive past the house. Since it's the opposite back, because it's sort of the opposite way. I look into the sliding doors as I'm passing by. I see a tall man standing at the end of the staircase. I think to myself, oh, is he home from abroad? Well, his car wasn't in the driveway. Well, nobody's car was in the driveway, which meant we didn't have any visitors. I got back home, and there's no man in my house at all. I'm thinking it was my grandpa. My gran was pretty sickly, and they claim when it's close to your time, you'll start to see your loved ones. I told her about it the next day. I don't know why I forgot to tell her that night. She told me she'd been seeing him around. That really freaked me out and broke my heart at the same time. I went to my bedroom, walked up to his urn and said, listen, old man, you can't have her yet. I still need her with me. The Gran's been doing a lot better, but she's back to a sickly rut again now. And she hasn't said anything lately about seeing him or anything unusual. So, that's that. But I have another story of her again. Fast forward about a year. Well, sadly, my gran passed this Friday morning. Leading up to her passing, I had some weird experiences. The first experience when I first got home and into my gran's room. A few minutes after I got there, a nurse comes in. She came in asking if anyone needed anything and replied, no, we're good for now, thank you. And she's like, oh, well, the call button's going off. I replied, well, I didn't push it, and my gran didn't push it either. My gran was pretty in and out of it by then, and she wasn't moving much. The nurse kind of just brushed it off and said, well, that's weird. My aunt then came a little later, and the same thing happened. It happened a few different times throughout the hospital stay. My gran kept saying that she thought there were people in her room, but I was the only one there, besides the nurses going in and out. But each time she said it, there hasn't been anyone in recently. Then a few hours before my gran passed, she said something that really got to me. I was standing beside her. She then says, there's a man in my room. I replied, Gran, there's no man in your room. It's just me and you. No one has come to this room. which then I knew in my heart that the ending wasn't going to be the ending I wanted. About 5 hours later, I got the call. It was time, and I needed to go and make a choice. And obviously, I had to make the choice that she wanted, even though I wanted to keep her forever. The house feels really empty now, really empty. I used to have the feeling that my grandpa was here, but now I feel nothing. I don't feel like my gran and my grandpa are here at all. I mean, it might be a little early to tell, but it's such an empty, quiet feeling. The whole atmosphere is different, and I really don't know how I feel about this. But the only reason that for this story, though, is to ask about something. My husband said that when you're close to death, you see a man in a black suit, and some people even see a black dog. But I've never heard of this. I've heard of seeing past loved ones or significant others being seen before passing, but not a man or a dog. Anyone know anything about this or can inform me about this? Was my grandpa the man in the black suit? I just really hope it wasn't as my grandpa. I just really hope it wasn't my grandpa. Does the man in the black suit represent anything else or anyone? It's a question for you out there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, this next story, it's quite scary in my eyes, so I got nothing else to do but read it. Growing up, ever since I can remember, I have had easily hundreds of paranormal experiences, varying in types throughout the years. Some harmless, some explainable, and some downright terrifying and beyond comprehensible. Varying from sleep paralysis, physical contact, apparitions, auditory, visual, dreams, you name it. I've probably seen or felt something along them lines. I seem to have an ability to just know things. I'm not saying I'm special or gifted, but it's definitely uncanny at times. It seemed things were always like attracted to me. I always had an imaginary friend. My mum has videos of me as a toddler, through to about 5, playing and talking to my friend, but actually listening, pausing, and then responding. One occasion, I snuck out of my room to get a snack. I saw a little boy stuffed into the bottom of the cupboard. He was see-through. I screamed and looked back. Then he was a skeleton. I ran to my mother, obviously dobbing myself in. Luckily, or unluckily for me, my family is not a stranger to the paranormal. We all have many stories, so I always believed, even if they tried to tell me it was a bad dream or they won't really hurt you. I will say that I'm now safe and very rarely see or don't feel any of the sort of things that used to torment me. I feel safe enough openly to say I have gone through rituals to help me. I grew up in many haunted houses, and my mother was also a practicing witch. Not satanic, more of a pagan, Celtic, or even Wiccan, if you will. But I'm sure she accidentally let things in, if you know what I mean. And at this stage, I would urge you to please be respectful of different faiths. There were times everything felt good and nice, and then our lives took a turn for the worse over the years. She was sick. My stepfather became physically abusive. I was bullied relentlessly in school. The air in our homes always felt suffocating, and then on top of it all, I was tormented by spirits, ghosts, and things. Even our dog or animals, he would act strange. Stare and growl at corners of the house as if they could see something we couldn't. I always felt like I was being watched. I don't remember a night I had a good night's sleep in my whole childhood. The house always looked dark and gloomy. no matter how colourful or the deck or the walls were painted. I want to share a few of these experiences with you and go into complete detail. But like when I go to type it out, I'm always scared to go back into the memories in case those experiences return, or I just can't access them. Like my brain won't let me to go back there because it was just too horrible for me to relive or remember. Some of the many experiences I can easily recall are hearing footsteps walking upstairs when only my sister and I were at home. We were so terrified, and I was only about 7 at the time. At this time, we lived in a huge, semi-modern 2-story house on a massive block of land surrounded by a forest. The house was set in the middle of the land, down a long dirt driveway. For anyone to get upstairs to where we would hear the footsteps, they would have had to have walked up the wooden winding stairs right near a room. But we never heard anyone walk up them, only the sound of them walking right above us, with no other access to the floor other than that one staircase. Items would go missing and we would look over and over, and we ended up learning to say, okay, you've had your joke now, it's not funny anymore, give it back. And they would show up right where we looked 100 times. I would wake up in the middle of the night and see a black figure staring at me from my doorway. Sometimes it was small, and sometimes it was very tall. Sometimes it would be just peeking his head round the corner. That was when it was big. And when it was small, he would just stand there in the doorway and not move. It never had any definitive features, just a humanoid, faceless, black, shadowy figure. When it was tall, it had 2 eyes that seemed to glow white, and had long fingers but no mouth. I'm not even sure if they were eyes, just hollows in the shadow. I would sit in my bed, the air freezing cold, staring at it for hours until the sun came up and it would fade out before my very eyes, only to return again the next night, making me dread falling asleep. I wet the bed till I was 13 because of all the constant stress. I remember feeling things getting into bed with me, or sitting on my bed. Something pull at my blanket, or even whispers too. At this point, I was terrified of nightfall. The corners of my room, my wardrobe, under my bed. I was scared of everything, and always looked like I never slept. There were times doors and cupboards would fly open, or we would be locked in rooms when us kids were all home alone, separating us. The feeling was crushing, and like something really bad was about to happen, like we were being preyed on and drained of our life force and cornered into submission. There were times damage would be caused to belongings or the property, and us kids swore we did not do it. I will add, I lived with my older sister and 2 younger brothers who would never, because we knew the consequences. We were still beaten for it mostly, always me, the middle child. It was like this thing wanted to see us get hurt. One day my puppy died. I was so heartbroken. I was only 7 at the time. I sit staring down the driveway, missing him dearly and crying. I saw an apparition of my father standing at the end of the driveway. He visited me another time in that house, scaring me so badly, seeing him at the top of the stairs, that I fell down them and hurt myself pretty badly. I described him to my mother. She said I described what he wore at his funeral. I was even there. Something in me knew that it wasn't my father. I can't explain it, but I just knew. It hurts to say this, but to share some perspective, my father was murdered, so that carries a lot of heavy energy as well. The surrounding forest area was so eerie at night, feeling of being secluded, all alone, but not ever alone, was suffocating. The memories of feeling like I was being touched and caressed in my sleep only grew stronger into my teens. I would wake up half dressed, feeling like I had something but something happened to me. When I would shower in the bathroom or get undressed, I had this feeling that someone was watching me, and I became very uneasy, not wanting to even bath anymore out of fear. I would have extremely vivid, demonic, or premonition-like dreams that I wouldn't go into. In my curiosities of being a rebellious teenager, I did a homemade Ouija board, even though I knew damn well I shouldn't. I missed my dad. I wanted to talk to him. That was a big mistake. But that's a very bad story that I shall share with you again. I had noticed so many strange things, but never told my brothers because I didn't want to scare them, until one day I couldn't take it anymore, and they asked if they had noticed anything off about this new place we moved into. My little brother told me one night he heard a voice calling his name. He woke up to the sound. He walked out to find the front doors open, pitch black, dead of night. We always deadlocked our doors. He said he felt so scared, like something was trying to make him go out there. This was years later, after my mother had left my stepfather, and we lived in like a suburban house. When I asked my younger brother the same thing, he blankly responded, "There's a man that lives in the garage. He has no face." Even now, writing that sentence, my body is covered with goosebumps. That garage was always creepy, and if we ever had to go in there, you'd all see us bolt as fast as we can right back out. I want to add the manhole in that house would randomly have dirty handprints appear. None of us were tall enough to reach. My mother's shorter than me, 5'2", and my sister had moved out. There was also a burn mark on the roof. In this home, I want to add, my mother became very, very ill, mentally and physically. One day when she was asleep, I went to check on her, and I swore I saw a shadow hovering over her bed. It was as if I knew immediately it was sucking the life out of her. Later, we found out the house we were currently living, the suburban one, there was a man who hurt his little children in that house, trying to set them on fire, then later committed suicide. I found out because I became friends with a girl that lived a few streets away. I told her mother one day about what I thought that was happening at home, and she said, "You live in that house on top of the hill." She looked white as a ghost and she said, "Don't you know what happened there?" Well, this started to make sense when my big sister would visit with my niece, then just a baby. She would never settle and was always crying and in distress. One night, when she was asleep in the spare room in her crib, we heard her screaming. We ran to find her on the floor, crawling away from her crib, screaming and crying, looking behind her as if she was trying to get away from something or someone. How did she get out of a crib that had 4 tall barriers when she couldn't even stand yet? There were times I have seen orbs with blue haze dash right past me, but in the sky, though very close as I hung out washing in the night, scaring the living daylights out of me. I thought it was a UFO or something, because what the heck was that? But a sense of absolute dread when that happened. I have seen white, wispy aspirations that floated through the house, but quickly disappeared. It grew increasingly obvious some good spirits that were just around, and some were with malicious intent. One morning, I awoke to the loudest sound of smashing. My mother had about 6 big, beautiful framed black and white paintings of Zina and Gabrielle hanging on the bedroom walls. She loved that show. They had all lifted and smashed at the same time. There was only one god-awful smash. The hooks were still on the walls, and the strings were still intact at the back of the paintings as well. I could literally go on for hours about everything I've experienced. They sound insane, unbelievable, and too intense to be true. But I wanted to share them with you and your listeners, because this is the only place I wouldn't be ridiculed for my experience. And even I have trouble processing what is happening and believing. Even now, at the age of 25, there are more stories, believe it or not, a lot darker than these, with people that witness them too. I do feel a bit vulnerable sharing these, but here goes. I have years more worth of stories. I'm sure you will share, and honestly, I'm doing this to help me heal and make me peace with my past rather than shove it all down. By getting it all out, I hope it helps me move on. I will certainly be sending you some more in the near future. So life is very different now, and I'm ready to let it all go and facing the truth of the same step. I hope you enjoyed my story, and until the next time, goodbye. Right, what do you think of them, Gary?
Yeah, second one is definitely scary, isn't it?
Yeah, very. But
Thought-provoking.
that girl was, you know, she went into so much detail there, but she said she's got even more scarier when she gave me a little a note as well on or with it kind of thing, and she just said these are the ones that hopefully your viewers will believe, and they were a bit wild, didn't they? You know. So,
I got shivers thinking about them.
yeah, but if these are the ones that she thinks people will believe, what other stories are we about to receive off her?
Yeah. Oh, it's scary. Oh. I'll have to find the thing, John.
Yes, I tell you what, we will. I'll have a good look for it. But that was, Gary, at the end of that, when I read that, first of all, I knew that the people would like it, and but I am looking forward to the more. I haven't even checked my my emails yet to see. I see sometimes I can't remember what I had this on, either emails or Messenger, but I haven't checked them yet. So I might have them ready. But I hopefully I'll have some more offer for next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some stories. Some stories are nice, but they all ghost stories. But there's some of them and some of them are not scary, but they still ghost stories, and I will read the not scary ones out as well.
Yeah, because we did have some real good ones, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we had some crackers. I think my favourite one was the local one from West End in Taibach. I like that one.
Yeah, that is
I think you had one then from, was it Craddock Street in Taibach? One of their streets in Taibach, it was.
Yeah, one of the streets has been knocked down, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So it's not Craddock. So but it was a street that had been knocked down in Taibach, aye.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the street it was. Something to do with the wall or something. I can't remember. But
that's right. Yeah, I remember. But yeah, I don't remember that. But see, my favourite ones are the real local ones. But at the end of the day, people are either not coming forward with them or they haven't got any, one of the two. So I have opened it up now, but so at least we are getting some stories so I can read to the viewers,
Mm-hmm. But I'll do it with this book. We'll do this book next week. I'll have to think of a question.
Yeah, right, fair enough.
And we'll do the Scotch cards as well, is it, next week?
Yes, I definitely.
And,
definitely.
See how we
I
go.
think I'm going to be ready for my supper now, Sunga.
Yes, we both got to go now, because otherwise we'd be. I got to get up early in the morning.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody for coming, and please
it's been a pleasure.
And we'll see you all again same time next week. Bye bye from me.
Bye from me.